all these years, okay? So this says in 1998, Clinton's approval rating was 66%, he gained 4 seats. Bush was 63%, he gained 8 seats. These are midterm elections, okay? But when you see George Herbert Walker Bush in 1990, he had a 58% approval, he lost 8 seats. Reagan lost 6. Ford lost 48 seats. Carter lost 15. Clinton, 54. Barack Obama, 63. Because of you. Because of you. That's what you did. And I'm going to explain to you why that was so important. So, if you look at this trend line, the reality is that the lower your approval rating, the more seats you generally lose in a midterm election. Okay? So that's what they're basing it on. They're saying we're going to lose, a bunch of seats because President Trump's approval rating is, they keep trying to tell you it's at 38%, right? And then, there's a few polls that says it's at 45%, but they're basically saying this. Who knows how many seats the Democrats have to take in the House to win the House? Anybody know how many seats they have to take? 24. If the Democrats get 24 House seats in the House of Representatives, they take it over. We cannot allow that to happen.
Not going to happen.
Okay? So why can't we allow it to happen? Impeachment. But more importantly is this. More importantly is this. Because of this with Obama, because of you, because you stepped up across the nation, that's the most House members elected in a single year since 1923. You understand that? That's how big a tsunami it was. And what's hilarious about that, I don't know if you guys can remember back that far, because so much has happened, but literally on election night that year, all the big networks were saying the Democrats were going to keep control of the House. 63 people got elected, they didn't see any of them coming. Right? I mean, it's insane. But they're so much smarter than you are, you just don't know. So anyway, but here's the most important thing you got to understand. What that did is it stopped the left from putting into legislation the things they wanted to do to our country. They had forced through Obamacare, and they had to cheat to do that. But they were pushing cap and tax, okay? They were pushing all kinds of environmental things. There were a lot of things they were going to do to damage our country. Because we took back the House, they couldn't win the vote. So what did Obama have to do? Executive orders, right? Like how long did it take for Donald Trump to reverse that? Huh? Pretty daggone quick. Whoops. Okay? So that's why we can't allow them to do to us what we did to them this year, because we need to get it into legislation. We don't want executive orders. We want laws passed, because that will be incredibly harder for them to reverse later. Make sense?
Yeah.
Makes sense, okay? So that's why our priorities are the House and the Senate. Now the Senate is not as big of a risk, and the reason for that is just plain math, because I think there's, 30 Senate seats up, or there's 1/3 of the Senate, right? So 33 seats up, and like 24 of them are Democrat seats. There's only like 7 or 8, Republicans up, okay? And there's 10 Democrats who live in states that Trump won, that live in red states. So Joe Manchin in West Virginia, Missouri, Wyoming, North Dakota. So the Senate is probably going to pick up a handful of seats, okay? So it's not as big of a worry. So whether we beat Sherrod Brown or not, okay, we obviously would love to do that.
We will beat it.
Okay, but that's not, like life and death for us. What's life and death for us is the House, okay? And we have 2 open seats. Renese's seat is open up in our area, and T-Berry's seat in the Columbus area is up. Okay, so we have those 2 seats to fight out. But what I like is that some Tea Party people are actually challenging some of the Democrats. So Steve Krause is going to challenge Marcy Kaptur in the Snake on the Lake district up on Lake Erie. And I think Bev Goldstein is going to file, and she's going to run against Fudge, Marcia Fudge, again, and it's just amazing to me that the Republican Party will give them no help. Never will give them any help to do that. It's just kind of a deal they made, right? You know, we won't bother you if you don't bother us. But anyway, this is the danger, and that has to be your focus. Literally, if anyone says to you, what are our priorities this year? Your answer is, we must defend the House and the Senate. Because otherwise, we're going to get 2 years of impeach. Investigation. If they take over the House, everything stops. We simply cannot let that happen. And I'm going to tell you how we're going to make sure it doesn't happen. Okay, next slide. So, we all saw, okay, I posted this, sent it out, forget the tweet, check your wallet. Okay? Because this is the most important thing. Okay? 3% increase in the average take-home pay, unemployment hits a 16-year low, stock market value increased $8 trillion, average IRA up 11%, I heard it was 19% 2017, and black unemployment lowest ever recorded. Okay? That's the key. Your wallet matters. Your wallet matters. However, we have work to do, and I'm going to ask you to do things right now. Okay? And you're going to have to promise me you're going to do it. All right, now here's the deal. What's Nancy Pelosi saying? These are just crumbs, you deplorables. Okay? Crumbs. And this is Armageddon. And this is the worst thing ever. And it's only for the rich, right? You don't get anything, right? No cake for you, no soup for you, right? In the Jerry Seinfeld, no soup for you. Okay? They're going to parade out the biggest group of sad sack stories of people who are losers, okay? Which will be lies, right? They'll be actors, right? They want to be real people, right? Saying, oh my gosh, my taxes went up $500 a month, right? Because of this tax cut, and I'm poor and I got 3 disabled kids and, all this stuff, okay? That's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. That's what they always do. They lie for a living. To be of the left is to be a liar or to believe the lie. But there's nothing but lies on the left. There's nothing but lies. Go read Rules for Radicals. And if you haven't, shame on you. And if you need a copy, I'll email it to you, because I read it about 5 times. Disgusting book. Know their playbook. Understand who they are. They literally lie as a weapon, and they're good at it. Okay? The second thing is, I finally heard Nunes say yesterday a very important thing for you to know. In Rules for Radicals, it says, always accuse your opponent of what you're doing. If I say you're a racist, I'm a racist. And so let me test you on that. So geez, all during the last 8 years of the Obama years, what did they say in every speech? We're fighting for the middle class. Didn't they say that a lot? Right? Joe Biden, we're fighting for the middle class. That's Saul Alinsky's speech for, you're my target and I'm going to take you out. And what did they do? They destroyed the middle class. It wasn't an accident. If you read the book, you know what they're saying and why they're saying it and how to defeat it. Okay? So, here's your job. And this is not easy because we are conservatives. And we're humble people, and we don't usually do this. But you've got to do this. So, all those people in your life who don't want to talk politics, right? Mother-in-law, your father, your uncle, whatever it is, don't want to talk politics with you, right? They're tired of you guys. You're not going to talk politics. What you're going to do is when you're over their house, having a cup of coffee, you're out in the yard, you're at a birthday party, you're just going to say, man, I just got $70 extra in my check this week. How much did you get? Is that political? Is that political? It's not political. I just got $70. Right? Or, man, I just got my IRA statement. We made 3% this month. How much did you get in your IRA? Now, why are we doing that? What's that?
Get the point across.
We want to get the point across. We want to counter their narrative. But we want to, the people who doubt us, the people who hate Trump, we want in their mind that, hey, I better look at my check. Because people are competitive. They're going to want to get more than you got. And if they didn't get as much as you got, they're going to want to know why. They'll be aware. They will be aware. And this is really important. And so, if you buy a new truck, you gotta say, hey, I bought a new truck because with the tax cut, I'm getting an extra $50 a paycheck and I could afford it. You gotta say, hey, our nephew, he just got a job with Walmart for $11 an hour. Can you believe it? He hasn't had a job for 2 years. You getting it?
That's Obama.
Okay? You getting my idea here? We need to make sure they understand this. And we need to tell ourselves this. Okay? You need to talk about it. Because it's a positive message that isn't political, but helps us in November when people vote their wallet. Now, this is the key part of it. If I have to break the slide up, thanks.
They'll try to say, though, that it was Obama.
They'll try to say it was Obama, and that's okay. We're not going to convert everybody, but we want them talking about it. Because you know that if you say that, they're going to mention it to somebody else. And when they look at their check, they're going to mention it to somebody else. They're going to want to know, did I get as much as my brother got? Right? We're competitive as a species. That's what we do. Right? So we want to know. Now, here's phase 2. Okay? Phase 2 is their whole reason that they're going to take back the House is hate Trump. Right? They are you saw the Women's March, right? They're driving energy through anger. We hate Trump. Then you stop them and you put a microphone in front of their face and say, well, what exactly do you hate about Donald Trump? Everything. They don't have a clue why they hate Donald Trump. Their whole deal is just raw emotion. And that's what the left, that's why they do identity politics, right? Identity politics. Somebody's screwing you. Because you're white, you're black, you're old, you're short, you're fat, whatever the hell it is, you're a victim. Right? That's what they do, identity politics. We have to beat that. We have to beat that. How are we going to match their energy? Because I got news for you. Guess what our problem is? Our problems are, we're going to be making money. Our problem is, there's people who come to my Tea Party meetings who aren't going to come because they got a job now. Right? I got people who aren't going to be at my Tea Party meeting because they're on a cruise, baby. Right? We're going to be fat and happy. And I don't know if you picked it up, but I should talk to him about this, because Trump stole my thunder when he spoke yesterday here in Cincinnati. And he talked about your energy. And we got to get ready for 18 because they're going to be all fired up and we're not. Okay? So here's how we're going to get fired up. So the first half of the year, every time something good happens, you've got to tell everybody. And you're going to just kind of spread the word, all right? The second half of the year, you know what we're going to say? You know how I always love, they have John Conyers, I think it always says, they're coming for the children, right? Or Joe Biden, they're coming to put you in chains, right? Well, here's what we're going to say. They're coming for your wallet. What we're going to say is, take a look at that check. Take a look at your IRA. Take a look at that new truck. Take a look at that job you just got. Take a look at that raise you just got. They're going to take it away. If you let them win, it's gone. Because it's their money, not yours.
You didn't create that job, remember?
You didn't create that. That's right. That's right. The government did, right? The government did. So do you understand where I'm coming? So we're going to get, I'm going to blow this word again, Dan. What's the word? Substantive? Substantive. We've been practicing this word because I can't say it. So she's been coaching. So we're going to have substantive anger where they have empty anger. They're going to have anger just because they're angry. Okay? But it's a lot harder in November to stand outside or in October with a sign or go knock on a door when it's cold just because you're angry. It's a whole nother thing to go knock on that door because you don't want to lose $3,000 out of your IRA, right? You don't want to lose your truck. You don't want to lose that job. And that's what we're going to have to do to get our people to show up and shove this election right up where the sun don't shine for the Democrats, okay? So that's our strategy, because we have to meet their energy with our energy, and we're gonna have a problem if everybody's on a cruise. So the next thing is no scheduling cruises for November. 30 days out, early voting, no cruises, or I'm calling you personally, okay? All right. The next thing we have to do is right facing us, it's in our face tomorrow and this week. I said we have to continue to participate in the Republican Party. We have to reestablish that the party serves the people, not the politicians. And this has been an ugly war for us. This has been very difficult. I don't know, do any of you guys remember when I ran for Republican Party chairman?